Good morning, everyone. Hope you are all doing well. Let me know if you all can hear me and if we are ready to get started. Cool, lovely, perfect. So let's jump straight into it. Again, my apologies for missing last week. Just last week, Wednesday was an incredibly busy day. But yeah, no, happy to be back to it. Um, So this week we won't make it a too long session. I just want to update you guys on a few things that have been happening here at IT Varsity, a lot of which affects you guys. So I just want to brief you on some of the ongoings, answer any questions you might have, and yeah, prepare you for what is to come. So the first and I think most importantly, is the placements and the job and work experience placements, where we approach companies and try to get you guys into an internship position or a fixed term contract or even a full-term contract with a company, either just before or after you graduate. It's something that we've been working on for a while. To be the final step in your journey with IT Varsity. We didn't want to just be another institute that you come to, you get a certificate, and then we send you marching out the door. Because that's not really going to solve any problems, right? There's 101 different institutes, even the government-run universities that are doing just that, and still youth unemployment in South Africa is crazy. So we wanted to do something different and bring in that aspect as one of the responsibilities of the institute. And so that's why we've been working on this for a while. Previously, we've had Erica from Youth at Work on the webinar just to talk to you about how that's going to work. So I'm happy to announce that as of last week, we have finalized our entire agreement with them. The MOU has been signed, and so we are officially in business with Youth at Work, who are actively looking for positions for our students. And we've already started to receive some requests from them. So when it comes to those, right, there's Youth at Work actually, before I get there, is just one of the companies, right? But lately what we've been doing is we've been going out tapping into our networks. Bilal at the moment is he's either in PE or Cape Town or from PE to Cape Town, but he's been traveling around the country. He was in Joburg before this, doing the well, company meetings, but also doing these talks and presentations to different companies and schools, and chambers of commerce and things. So he's been networking with quite a lot of businesses. I've done a few of those myself over the past 2 or 3 weeks. And one of the reasons for doing that is getting you guys some exposure. So from those talks and things, I think over the past 2 weeks, we probably received at least four um, um, opportunities for you guys. So some of the businessmen or CEOs or owners that we met during these sessions were interested in you guys. And so they came to us after the meetings or after the presentations and says, look, I need an intern for my company. Send me what you got, right? Now, these are not just like random opportunities that are out there that we came across. These are guys that specifically approached us because they wanted to hire some of our students. So these are opportunities that, or many of them are opportunities that are exclusively for IT Varsity students and graduates. So that's something that we are really putting a lot of effort into at the moment, and we're hoping to get a lot more of those offers coming in. We hope to just have a steady stream of them rolling in. Now, when it comes to you guys taking advantage of these, right, there's going to be two types of these opportunities. One is where a company approaches us with specific requirements and details, right? So it'll either be they're looking for someone with this skill set, or they're looking for someone in this city, in a specific city. They're looking for either male or female. They're looking for specific demographics to fill up their quotas. So they'll send us all of those requirements. Now, if they are looking for something specific, what we'll do is we'll sift through our students or everyone, see who meets those criteria, and then and send you the information, request your details from you. Just double check that you meet those criteria, and then we will connect you with that client or with that employer. And then from there, it's all on you. It's up to you to have the conversation, or the company will most likely reach out to you. They'll set up an interview. If you want to prepare or need assistance with anything, we're still here. We're not we're not kicking you out the door. But basically, what I'm saying is the ball is in your court. At that point, have a conversation, impress them, and get that opportunity. So that will be the first type where the guys approach us with very specific criterions. The second type, which I think is going to be a lot more common, is just where there is a general call out. Someone, either youth at work or one of these other companies, approaches us and says, I need some interns, some IT interns for our marketing department or for our sales department, whatever it may be, right? But they don't really specify who or what kind of skills they're looking for. So it's just open to any one of our students. When it comes to these, right, we can't really pick and choose which of our students we want to put forward, right? Because that wouldn't be fair to everyone else. So the most efficient and easiest way we found to handle this is to just open up the opportunities to you, right? And you can decide for yourself whether this is something you're interested in or not. So what we'll do is we will post on the Slack group that, okay, look, this company has just approached us. They're looking for someone for, let's just say, their marketing department. They're based in so and so city, but remote work is available. Are you interested, right? Or if you're interested, put together your documents and send it through to them. So we'll post it on the Slack. Up to you to decide whether it's something you're interested in, and then you can reach out to that company. If you need more information, you can contact myself or Noltando. If you need some assistance with your CV or with your portfolio, we're also here to help. But we'll just post those opportunities there. It's up to you to pick them up or leave them. And if you choose to run with it, just send a message over to the employer or the guy that put out the call out and set up a meeting and take it from there. So that's how we're going to operate with those general offers. We're not going to pick specific students, rather, we're going to open it up to you, post it on the Slack, and you can take it uh, from there. So it's very important that you have Slack installed and that you are checking your messages there regularly. If you're not on the Slack, please jump on that urgently. I believe just this morning we posted two new offers that were sent to us on the Slack. So check those out, especially if you're Durban based. I think this company is looking for someone in Durban. Or it might be remote, I'm not too sure, but the details are all there on Slack. So go in and check it out and let me know what you think. And any future ones we get, any other offers are going to be posted there. So keep a keen eye on that. I see some questions. Let me just go through those before we move on. Say, for example, they are looking for someone who is doing Python, but you're not yet finished the course. Would they still hire us, or do we have to be qualified? Good question. It depends, right? On the client. Sometimes they'll be specific and say they need someone with the skills. That's up to them. Sometimes they'll be more than willing to do a bit of training with you to bring you up to speed. So take it on an individual case by case basis. But it's always worth checking with them, right? uh, every opportunity you don't take is an opportunity that you missed. And it might be a good opportunity for you to learn those extra skills and get the position. So always don't be afraid to send an email, right? Or a text message. It's free, and no one's going to shout you for asking questions. So if you're unsure, just ask. Um, William asks, are these jobs going to be reserved for IT varsity students, or can anyone apply? So there's a bit of both, right? Sometimes we'll come across an offer where they're just looking for an intern, and so we'll open it up to you guys. But a lot of these are specifically for IT varsity students, as in a company will approach us and say, hey, look, we need an intern. I hear you got students for hire. Can you send one of them my way? So they approach us looking for an intern as someone to outsource an intern to them. Those ones, those types of offers are a lot of the times exclusively for IT varsity students. And we're going to try to raise a lot more of those. Uh, Azra asks, and also if we would like to further our studies, can we ask for a letter of recommendation from IT varsity to send to the uni? Uh, yes, you can. You absolutely can do that. Even if you need to apply for an internship or a job or position and they need a letter, we're here to assist. This is one of our students. Let me see if he's here in this meeting. I know he's normally quite active. Maybe we will get him as a guest one day. But okay, I don't see him here today. Yeah, but he's in Joburg. He's actually on module 8, I think, at the moment. But he has two internship applications pending at the moment, both of which he came across on his own. He applied, and I think both of them now are on the second stage of consideration. I think from here he'll just do an interview with each of them, and then hopefully he'll get selected for at least one of them, which is pretty cool. Even though he isn't even done with his course yet, but what he needed from us was just a letter saying that he's enrolled into this course, he has completed this and this modules, so he has earned these amounts of credits for each modules, and this was his final grade for each of those modules. And he submitted that letter to them, and although he didn't have a full qualification at the moment, both those companies accepted that letter. So yeah, and I asked him how he managed to achieve to find how he achieved finding those two completely on his own, and he says it was just LinkedIn and networking. So yeah, while we are going to be looking for opportunities to send your way, don't just sit around waiting, right? Try to make some inroads yourself. LinkedIn is a phenomenal platform, and you can find plenty of opportunities there. I think one of the previous webinars we did also was centered around that, looking for opportunities on LinkedIn. But I think it's a very pertinent topic, so perhaps we should do another one of those sometime soon. And one last question. If I'm not based in the area where the job is offered, but I'm willing to relocate, would it be a problem? Not necessarily. It's completely up to you. You can weigh the pay and the weight of this opportunity and see whether it's worth relocating. Then get in touch with the guys and take it from there. It won't be a problem. But guys, one final thought on this while we wait to see if there's any more questions to come on. Try to get into one of these opportunities that we post in or that you come across on your own as well. It's not going to be your dream job. It's not even going to be a job that you necessarily would take under better circumstances. But the thing is, don't consider it as a job, or just an internship. Consider it the next phase in your learning at IT Varsity. Right? A lot of these are offering, it's between like 3 months and a year contracts, right? Uh, so yeah, it's like your finishing course. Think about it that way. But the benefit in these comes from the experience you get, the work ethics, the mentorship that comes from working at an actual company, and B, it's a foot in the door in an industry. You're gonna number one, make contacts in that company that you placed at, but you're probably also going to rub shoulders with other companies and get your name out there a little bit. It also depends on how much you make of that opportunity and how much you put into it. So go into it with that mindset. This isn't what you're going to end up doing for the rest of your life, not at all. But it is a stepping stone to getting you to where you want to be, to your dream job or your dream career. So try to get into it. It's the next step and it's a necessary step. So try to get into one of these that we post or that you come across on your own. And when you get into one, make the most of that opportunity. You're not just there to go in every day, sit on your laptop, do your work, go home, right? It's for you guys, it's so much more than that because it's all the learning you're doing there while you're there, plus you focused on what comes next. This is just the second step, but there's more steps. So use your time there to prepare yourself for the next step that are to come in your career journey and eventually end up in your dream career or where you want to be. Um, does IT Varsity have plans on leveling up courses like from NQF level 5 to NQF level 6 and so on? Yes, we do actually. We have some NQF6 courses in development at the moment. So probably early next year sometime, those will be available. And if you've goes without saying, if you've done the NQF5 course, which is the one that you guys are all enrolled in at the moment, if you've completed that course, you are automatically eligible to enroll for the level 6 and level up your qualification into a diploma. So yeah, those will be, and I'll keep you guys updated on those as soon as those are ready. You guys will be the first to know. William asks, are the jobs online? If we are living in a different location, can we still apply? So there's both. Some that are looking for remote work, some that are looking for in person. Um, so yeah, it just depends on the offer. But we're gonna try to get these opportunities in every major city in South Africa. That's part of the reason that Bilal is on this big old lecture tour, trying to build up our network and our connections in all of these cities so we can get opportunities for our students in those areas as well. So we're gonna try to cater for everyone and make sure that no one is left out. Uh, Right. So I think that's a UX course. I remember Mr. Bilal saying that IT Varsity might have a UX course next year. Are you guys still working on that? Yes, we are. So there's at the moment we have well, most of you will be familiar with the development courses. Those are the ones that you're currently doing. So we have the follow-up years for those. So the NQF6 versions of those in development. Um, we have data science in development as well. We have a whole bunch of entrepreneurship and business courses and modules in development as well, along with the UX design. We are really ramping up production, not just of our qualifications, but of our short courses and even courses for kids and children. Uh, we're going full swing into production, going into the remainder of this year and into the next year. So yes, we are going to cover that course. And again, you can keep an eye on the website for any new courses, see if there's anything you are interested in. Um, do y'all cover Nels Freight as well? I think so. I'm not too sure. I'll check with BK on which cities he's covered. Um, but yeah, we will certainly try. All right, so I will come back to the internship and job placement section in a bit. I see there's some other questions and this related to some of the other things I wanted to discuss. One of them being the App Academy. So yeah, I met with them earlier this week as well. They were looking at starting this Friday, actually. But it doesn't look like everything is going to be ready by then. It's a very steep deadline, more so for the marketing guys and the recruitment guys. I don't think we're going to be able to recruit everyone by then. So there was talk of possibly moving it to early next year, or at least maybe November, December, so late in this year. So yeah, it's very likely it's going to be postponed again. So sorry about that. I wouldn't have got you guys so hyped and excited about this if I knew it was going to turn out like this. But yeah, in all likeliness, it's going to be postponed and move further down the year or early next year. Um, and I'll keep you guys posted when we have updates. By the way, this is stuff that's not really known to the public yet. I'm kind of letting you guys in on some of the conversations we've having because we are a team, I guess. But I like to keep you guys in the loop. So yeah, don't go around spreading that. And none of this is actually confirmed yet, but I'm just letting you in on what the general conversations are feeling like and what it looks like is gonna happen. Um, William asks, when do you think would be the best time to start applying for jobs? How far in the course should we be, or should we complete the course first? No, I definitely do not think you should wait to complete the course. You should start well in. Well, I mean, I think by the time you reach module 5 or 6 as well, it's worth starting to apply. At least you'll be getting a hang of it and building up your connections in the industry. And look, I mean, that example I gave of that other student, I think he's in module 6 or 7. I'm not too sure. I'll have to double check that. But he managed to get 2 offers pending at the moment, which is fantastic. You know, you don't need to finish at all. There's different companies out there looking for different types of employees and interns. So you just got to find the one that's right for you. Inside tea, yeah, yeah. Oh, William, I'm just meaning like the discussions we're having with the App Academy guys about it being potentially postponed or the new launch dates and such. And none of that is actually confirmed with the creative space or the sponsors. Um, it's just discussions that are up in the air at the moment. But I'm just keeping you guys in the loop with what's happening there. Okay, and then the final point I wanted to talk about, which is a short one, so we'll be wrapping up now, um, is this lecture tour that Bilal is on. So what we're doing basically is going city to city with a few objectives in mind. One is to meet with businessmen and companies in those areas to expand our network and get you guys some opportunities. We're also doing visits to schools and doing talks to students, giving them advice for choosing a career, where to study, what to study, that sort of thing. Um, and thirdly, one of the things that he's doing in this tour is these digital entrepreneurship workshops. So, I mean, I think if a lot of you would know, we along with IT courses and development courses, we do a lot of entrepreneurship and digital business courses, which, there's been a lot of interest for those. And I think every year that goes by, the interest and demand for those just goes up. I think a lot of people are seeing it as a very viable career option. So we're doing this lecture tour where we have a venue, and we have this 1 day workshop on everything anyone would need to know to get started with a business using their mobile phone. So just using a laptop and the internet, just to give people that push. And there's been a lot of interest in those workshops as well. And these workshops are paid workshops. I think it's like, depending on the venue, it's like between 250 to 450 rands for the full day. Now, I'm telling you guys this not for you guys to attend, although you are more than welcome to, but to get involved with these as well. See, what we want to roll these out in as many cities as we can. But the thing is, though, it's a lot of work to set these up, to number one, understand if there's a demand in that area. Number two, to get the venue booked and everything. then to reach out to people in that area, to start inviting people, getting people to attend. There's a lot that goes into it, and we honestly don't have the capacity for it. So that's where we are bringing on volunteers. So the way it works is that if you are in a city or a town and you know that there's a demand for it there, and there's people that are going to be interested in attending, reach out to us, and we'll start getting it set up in that city. But what we'll do is we'll just have a discussion with you on what we need, the type of venue, the type of people that we're looking to attract to these things, and then you run with it. We'll provide you with as much support as we need, but then you'll assist us in researching the area, booking the venue, or just referring a venue to us to do the booking, and then you'll obviously do the marketing as well to in that area, right? You'll be familiar with your area way more than us, and so it just helps us to kickstart that thing, or to make a bigger impact than we would be able to if we just did it on our own. At the moment, there's just two pending. Both of them are in Gauteng. One is in Lenasia, and one I think is in Sandton. There was one in PE, but that one has been postponed. So yeah, if you are Durban based, there's been a lot of interest in Durban, but we haven't actually set up anything at the moment. So if you want to pick that one up, pick it up. That's how we want to get you guys involved. And it's not just a in for nothing situation. We want to make this beneficial and worthwhile for you. So these, as I mentioned before, these workshops are paid. It's between 250 to 450 rands per person attending. We're doing a profit split on that. For us, it's not really so much about the income. We're just looking to cover our expenses for the venue and the travel costs to the center. So we take a relatively small cut, but the lion's share will go to the person that's organizing the event. So it's if it's something that you are interested in, just reach out to us. We'll do which city you're based in, and we'll pick it up from there. Yeah, what you do is, to get involved, send an email to this email address. I'm gonna put it in the chat. I spelled it wrong. Sorry, wait. That's the one. IT Varsity. The V didn't come again. I think there's something. What? Why is the V not coming? But you guys know how to spell varsity, right? Yeah, my V key isn't working on my keyboard. That's slightly concerning. And I'll check that up later. I'm not sure what that's all about. But yeah, send an email to that, Bilal at itvarsity.org, and CC me as well. And then we'll pick up the conversation from there. Is there any chance that we will be having a graduation next year? Will it be physical or online? Oh, good question. I think the year before last year we did an online one, and it was quite fun. I mean, sorry, an in-person one. So yeah, maybe we'll do something like that. But obviously all of our students are spread out across the country. Um, so it makes it hard. But if we have enough students in a certain area, for example, Durban or Johannesburg or Cape Town, we would love to do an in-person graduation. If not, we'll do some online ones as well. I am based in Free State, Bloemfontein. We don't actually have anything planned in Bloemfontein. So if you want to pick that up and get something started there, go for it. Just get in touch and we'll take it from there. We'll put together like ads and pamphlets and stuff, and send you the marketing materials, and then you can just pass it around to your network. So we'll assist in that regard. The students for if IT Varsity students will have graduations. Please explain how and when this will take place. Yeah, so the graduations generally take place in December. Or towards the end of the year. And it depends on how many students we have in each area, whether it's feasible to have a physical graduation. If we have enough in a specific city, we will try to organize a physical graduation for you guys. If not, we'll do a virtual one. The physical ones will also be streamed virtually. So for anyone who can't attend that wants to still see what things are like, you can still watch in. How do you usually have graduations? So we've honestly just done two at the moment. One was a physical one here in, oh, three, sorry, three. We did a physical one in Durban here. We did one in PE, and then we did a virtual one. So yeah, we do both. It's normally this event where there's an MC, they'll come in, do an introduction. We'll have some guests, either from IT Varsity or from industries to come in, do some talks, some lectures for you guys. We'll do the award ceremony. We hand out the certificates, and then we have some closing statements. What we also try to do is get as many guests just to attend from like local businesses and things. So it becomes not just a graduation ceremony, but a networking opportunity where you get to meet these guys and maybe get a job opportunity or two. Cool, Azra. I'll keep an eye out for that. Where do we normally have? So yeah, so far we've just had in Durban and PE, but I'd love to get one in Cape Town, in Johannesburg, uh, in yeah, any other major cities, Bloemfontein, in as many places as we can. How do we receive our certificates online? So you there's two certificates. One is the IT Varsity one. That is a digital certificate. You download it as soon as you're done with the course. If you want a physical version of that, uh, we can print one out and send it to you. But your official CETA certificate that comes from the MICT CETA or from the QCTO, that is a physical certificate that we will post to you. That one isn't a digital one, unfortunately. But it's nice. It's nice to have a physical certificate as well. You can frame it, keep it somewhere safe in your office or something. Just remind you of your achievement. Mohammed Tahir Ibrahim says, sorry, I cut off while into the webinar, so I'm not sure if you've answered this question already, but please answer again if you don't mind. What about job opportunities overseas? Um, we actually have not gotten any of those at the moment, but I'm sure we will. Uh, if you are interested in looking for someone on your own, go for it as well. But I think it's definitely something you guys should try and look into as well. Uh, Internships, remote work overseas, especially if you get an opportunity from a company in North America or Europe. Um, they tend to pay very well. Not so much so in their economies, but when you do the currency exchange and bring that money into South Africa, it's it's significant. Um, we'll see if we can approach anyone that we know of in. I know we have a few contacts in the Gulf countries, in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UAE. We'll try to expand that network and see if we can get some opportunities there. It's worthwhile looking into. Will we be having any guest speakers next week? I'm hoping that there's one guy that we're just waiting for confirmation from, but yeah, next week should hopefully be a guest again. All right, guys. Yeah, okay, we are 5 minutes over time. So I think we'll end it there for now. If there are no more questions. Oh, I see one more question. Once we finish our course, are we full stack developers? You are more than full stack developers. Even if you're doing the full stack course, you will be a full stack developer in the language that you chose, but you will also have HTML5, that's HTML, CSS, and JavaScript knowledge, as well as WordPress. So you'll have a lot more skills under your belt. But yeah, guys, with that, I think that's a perfect place to leave it for this week. Thank you guys so much for joining, for all the questions and the comments. Really, really enjoy interacting with you guys, and see you all again next week. If you have any questions, drop me an email or a message on the Slack, and yeah, we'll get back to you. But until then, bye, and see you guys next week.